This is the last place I'd expect to see Knights of the Flaming Rose.
They're here with Radovid. After losing their foothold in Temeria, they rebuilt their position at the Redanian court. You best stay out of sight. You never know with those bigots.
Yeah, we also had a little disagreement recently. They could be holding a grudge.
I'll explain that your presence in Loch Muin is necessary.
What now? What can we expect to see in the city?
Separate camps, buffer zones, and frequent patrols. Well, that's how it should be organized if those mages from the Conclave have any sense.
Ah, another area of your expertise.
The Peace of Sintra was signed on April the 2nd, and all around was quiet, calm, and orderly. If you don't count Henselt's roars and the all-night festivities of the Mahakam Volunteer Army. And the common folk were positively thrilled with the parade that followed. Yet, not one of those fuckers even knew that I, and a few others like me, spent a week poring over the city map and devising a way to keep those crowned idiots separate, just in case one decided to deal the next blow in a long-standing feud. In any case, I hope to see something similar here.
Relax. The mages want royal gold. They'll make sure all the sources of financing remain alive and present, at least until the inevitable quarrel over the Pontar Valley breaks out.
Well, we'll see if there is indeed a way where there's a will. If we're separated, we'll meet up again in the main square.
Fine.
Halt! Who goes there? Halt! Who goes there?
Vernon Roach and Geralt of Rivia, in the service of Temeria.
Foltest's killer in the service of Temeria.
Foltest's killer is in Loch Muin. Geralt of Rivia will help me capture him.
I couldn't give a pig's ass who killed Foltest, but this bastard raised his hand against the Order, and I'll not let him pass.
In that case, I'll walk in over your dead body, brother.
Bear in mind that peace negotiations are underway behind those walls. I'll have no blood spilt here. Why are the Knights of the Order of the Flaming Rose here?
We're here on the invitation of His Majesty King Radovid.
Radovid can invite anyone he wants to Redania. Problem is, this isn't Redania.
Questioning the King's will.
If Radovid invited you here, why are you encamped outside the city?
We're not part of the official delegation.
Well, we're on our way to an official audience with King Radovid. He's expecting us. So stand aside.
Looks like Radovid doesn't believe the peace talks will end peacefully.
You can be sure of one thing. Not a soul is to be trusted in this city.
Not a soul to be trusted any time, anywhere, period.
We need to assess the situation. Whoever stationed the knights at Loch Muin's gates is likely to know the most and to have the upper hand. I'm going to the Redanian camp. If you want to look around, I'll meet you near Radovid's headquarters.
I don't believe you killed Foltest.
I didn't.
But a bounty is a bounty. I'm sure you understand. As a professional. It's nothing personal.
One more windbag.
Uh-oh. Trouble?
Stop looking at me!
Whoa! Morning, men. Morning. Hell's bells, who do we have here? Witcher Geralt, the seeker of square coins.
What do you want?
Last time Zivik stuck his nose in. This time, he's not around. Fight!
Company fall in. Tension! Know what attention means? Where are you from? You go showed us for brains, you bumpkin. At ease. We all serve the Emperor, be it in Nilfgaard or Fine. We serve him faithfully and effectively. If anyone gives me reason to doubt this, I shall skin.
I'll get you, snitch.
Don't try this again.
Aye, Commander.
Do well by the Emperor, and the Emperor will do well by you. You shall regret it. Long live the Emperor! Formation! Forward march!
Ready for your chat with Radovid.
I need to look round Loch Muin's.
All right, but don't...
Diddle yourself, pauper.
Renounce magic, I tell you! Shatter your towers and crystal walls!
What?
Break your wands and burn...
Help! Save me!
Let me guess.
Behold, the mighty Numa, and I am his apprentice.
Way to spoil my fun.
The mighty Numa breaks the necks of bulls, bends iron bars, defeats everyone. Numa. His secret lies in the mushrooms and herbs cultivated in Ilander and picked in the mornings by virgin priestesses. They can be yours for a very reasonable price.
You lose something.
Are you the mighty Numa?
Who's asking?
Someone who wants to see if your nickname suits you.
Then come to the circus and watch me rip off the ploughing chains wrapped round my body.
You've got a big mouth.
And you've pissed off the mighty Numa. Put down your coin and give me your hand.
I've always been the curious sort.
My little ace tits. No one's ever beaten me.
There's always a first time.
If I give you something, will you keep this to yourself? The circus finds out I lost, they'll can me.
The mighty Numa must be invincible. Take this and keep your trap shut. Please.
All right. Thanks. I'm collecting information about the Wild Hunt. Help me out?
The Wild Hunt. A retinue of wraiths who speed across the heavens upon skeletal horses. Positive proof of its existence has yet to be proffered. However, no one is prepared to deny its occasional sorties into this world.
Proffered? Sorties?
That, at least, is what I remember from the lectures.
Ready for your chat with...
No reason to delay it.
Follow me then.
Halt!
We're here to meet King Radovid.
Have you been granted an official audience?
We have information about the Kingslayers.
Everyone knows the killer is the Witcher from Rivia.
Then everyone is wrong.
Not my concern. I cannot risk placing the King of Redania in harm's way.
We bring Radovid news that will strengthen his position during the talks. Care to risk his wrath? Besides, this camp is swarming with soldiers. We'd have to be stupid or suicidal to attack Radovid.
Pass then, if your news is so important. But one word from the king and you'll hang. Both of you.
Don't you worry about us. Temeria stands little chance of surviving if Radovid has made terms with Kedwin.
Even less if he's made a pact with Nilfgaard. He and the Emperor could divide the entire north between them.
I take pleasure in seeing Kedwin picked apart.
What's he doing here?
But they'd start with the country deepest in chaos, so you'd best hope nothing of that sort has happened.
Did you request an audience with the king?
Yes.
The king will receive you.
Geralt of Rivia.
Your Majesty.
As usual, you turn up where and when you're least expected. And in such company. I never thought they'd make a soldier out of you.
It's hard to focus on killing monsters when so many people are out to kill me.
The world has changed greatly since we met those few months ago. Temeria stands at the brink of civil war. Kedwin has taken the Pontar Valley by force, and a Nilfgaardian delegation plays a prominent role at the summit of the Northern Kingdoms. Foltest and Demavend are both dead. Though it seems we were signing treaties just yesterday. Henselt was butchered in Vergen.
Why did you bring the Knights of the Order here, Your Majesty?
The Order of the Flaming Rose is here to ensure that the talks remain peaceful. We wish to avoid a second Thanedd.
What's the delegation from Nilfgaard doing here?
Henselt invited them. Before he died.
Shillard Fitzhestelun would never miss an opportunity like this one. He'll come to the talks and stage his favorite drama.
I've come here for help, Your Majesty.
Wait, Witcher. Were it not for you, Henselt would have perished at the hands of an assassin. Am I right?
Why do you ask about him, Your Majesty?
Mere curiosity. But I understand if you'd rather not talk about it. Do you know how he died?
I wasn't there.
The first lie of the day, and the negotiations have yet to begin. How can I help you if you're not honest with me?
I killed him. Henselt had Roach's unit murdered. I can't call it anything else. In doing that, he signed his own death sentence. When he was looking for Saskia in Vergen after the battle, I cornered him in a hut and I killed him.
What about Deathmold?
He followed orders and deserves the same.
Maybe we can come to some sort of arrangement. You said you needed help, Witcher. Tell me more.
Who's representing Kedwin?
Only the sorcerer Deathmold and his men are in Loch Muin. But Deathmold represents himself.
If Temeria is in turmoil, then who has arrived to represent it?
Constable Natalis, the hero of Brenna, which is good. His presence is like a slap on Shillard's face delivered by the North.
Sheila de Tanzerville is behind the murderers that hit Temeria, Eddern, and Kedwin.
How do you know?
We killed one of them in Eddern. Deathmold used his magic to give me a glimpse of the past. I saw the assassin talking to others. They spoke of Sheila.
One mage's magic shows another's guilt. And it's no ordinary magic, but the forbidden path of necromancy.
It all makes sense. Shillard Fitzestelin warned me about a plot. Apparently, Triss Merigold confessed to him that the sorceresses had set up a secret lodge.
Triss is working with Shillard?
She's been detained as a suspect. Shillard believes the sorceresses of Nilfgaard were also part of the conspiracy. Luckily, the entire amphitheatre is under a spell that quells any magic. Otherwise, no one would dare go near all those mages. Well, the talks beckon. Everyone wants to see Temeria's bitter end.
What do you mean by that, Your Majesty?
The nobles are rebelling in Vizima. Lacking a ruler, they simply want to divide the kingdom into provinces.
Divide Temeria! Shame on the traitors!
Well, it doesn't have to be that way. Anais, the daughter of Louisa and Foltest, lives still. After Foltest's death, the La Valettes came to prominence. Louisa's uncle, Baron Orville, became one of the most important people in Temeria. He wanted to see Anais on the throne, but Vizima was still in turmoil. They sent her to Lochmuin anyway to declare her queen before the entire north. During the journey, the girl was kidnapped. Arian La Valette asked me to use my connections to find his sister, which I did. My people tell me Anais is here in Lochmuin, in Deathmold's hands. I cannot mount an armed attack on the Cadwennis. It would be tantamount to declaring war, and we have gathered here to maintain peace. A lone witcher and a former soldier. That would be a different matter. Bring me Anais, Geralt, and I'll salvage a united Temeria, and punish those whose hands are stained with the Temerian king's blood.
What about Sheila?
Easy, Witcher. I have ways to deal with impertinent sorceresses. I have managed to tame Philippa Eilhart. Why shouldn't I do so with Sheila de Tanzaville as well? The girl is most important, Witcher. I denounce our engagement and make her queen of Redania and Temeria. The nobles of Vizima would greet her on bended knee, and the north would emerge stronger than ever. I must attend these talks, Geralt. Time is short. Bring me the girl, the two of you. Men without country or commander. Renegades that no one seems to have taken into account. I, in turn, promise that Sheila de Tanzaville will pay for her deeds. I shall punish her with fire and steel.
An alliance with Redania is our only chance at preserving Temeria's independence.
It's still risky.
Anais, she's the key.
I still wonder about Boosie's death. The boy would have had a stronger claim to the throne.
Maybe Anais can tell us something. It's high time we visited our old friend, Deathmold.
The Emperor's men hold Triss. They'll get everything they can out of her, after which she'll be dispensable.
If it's between the sorceress's life and Temeria's future, then I've no choice. I'm sorry. This is no place to talk. Let's wait till we're beyond the gate.